Goldwing rider, a shadowy flight into the dangerous world of a man who is fearless, a young loner on a crusade to champion the cause in a world of reckless automobiles. These are my motovlogs.
Man, I'm feeling good. Got my feet kicked up.
I see.
Had me a little Century Farms wine. Just,
Man, you was sampling that wine, Mike.
man,
Woo. You look like a wine connoisseur.
I know. A sommelier or whatever they call them.
You was tasting the wine, but before you tasted, you was smelling it for aroma and taste.
You noticed that detail, huh?
Yeah, I noticed you kind of sloshed it around a little bit, and
that's right.
You was smelling it for aroma and taste.
That's right.
So that makes you a wine connoisseur.
Absolutely.
You know, Mike, I don't drink, Mike.
Yeah. And
but
you shouldn't. That's good.
I'm what you call a square.
Yeah. Squares are
That's
good,
right.
though.
And I'm not ashamed of it.
Exactly.
Now I'll sweet tea you now.
Yeah. I like to have. My thing is, I like when it comes to that. When it comes to drinking, I like to sample and experiment different things, like like moonshine and like the Jack Daniel's distillery. I find all that interesting.
Yeah.
But and to be honest, at our house, we don't keep it around the house. We don't keep liquor around the house.
I have a confession, Mike, man. My daddy was an alcoholic, brother.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, my daddy was a drunk.
Yeah.
And seeing it as a kid growing up, man, that kind of traumatized me, dude.
Oh yeah.
And so, I just kind of made a decision early in life,
right,
that I wouldn't partake in alcoholic beverages.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's nothing wrong with it,
Right.
People do it all the time. Hey, I'm not judging.
Yeah, all things in moderation.
All things in moderation. I had one guy at work to tell me, well, Jesus turned water into wine. I said, well, you're not Jesus. He also walked on water. Let me see you try that.
Exactly. That's right.
So, but hey, I'm not knocking, man. If a person want to get their drink on, hey, man, be my guest.
That's right.
I'm not mad at you. I just want to be safe out here on the Goldwing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But my daddy, man, he used to get what we call, in the hood, funky drunk.
Oh, yeah.
And then he had the nerve to ride a bicycle, Mike.
Yeah, that's crazy.
My daddy was embarrassing, dude.
Yeah.
This guy, man, and he would drink some cheap liquor, man.
Wow.
He would drink Swiss Up.
Right Gut 101.
Mike, he would drink Thunderbird.
Woo! Woo!
He would drink Mad Dog 2020.
Yeah. That's the kind of stuff that makes Wild Turkey look like cognac.
I mean, my daddy would drink that cheap stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Now, some people say, well, that's liquor. That's not wine. I don't know the difference. I just know it's alcohol.
Yeah.
But he would drink that cheap stuff, man, and get funky drunk and then want to have the nerve to ride a bicycle.
Woo! Man.
One day I can remember him coming down the street, man, just wobbling.
Yeah.
And he turned down our driveway, man, and just fell.
Oh, man.
Face first.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
That's embarrassing, man. And then, back then we didn't have a car.
Right.
And, we would ride the city bus.
Yeah.
But my daddy would sit at the front of the bus because he knew the bus driver.
Right.
But he would be funky drunk. So I would go to the back of the bus because I didn't want nobody seeing me with this drunk alcoholic.
Right.
Of a man, which was my daddy, because I was just embarrassed, man. He was embarrassing, man. And he would get at the front of the bus and he would call my name.
Oh, man.
Chris!
Yeah.
Chris!
Yeah, man.
That's my boy.
Oh, yeah.
That's my boy. So everybody on the bus is turning around looking backwards at me.
Yeah.
And I'm just sliding down in my seat, man, like I'm melting.
Yeah.
Because daddy was embarrassing, man. The guy was just a funky drunk. He get on the bus stumbling.
Man.
So, I mean, you can imagine, man, I was traumatized as a kid, man, but...
Oh, yeah.
So
Well,
I just thought I'd share that with you.
my stepdad was alcoholic.
He was.
Well, yeah, one of them.
Well, which one, Mike? No,
Well,
just
no,
kidding.
that'd be number 2 or 3.
Number
I
2,
don't know.
yeah.
But he was mad. But we lived with him for about 10 years.
Yeah.
You know, when you know, starting at about the, I don't know, 3rd grade.
Yeah.
You know, and man, he loved it. But he just drank a lot of beer.
Yeah.
But I think he was also halfway depressed too.
Yeah.
You know, and boy, that's just a bad combination, man.
Hey, my daddy used to drink that Schlitz malt liquor.
In fact, the Schlitz malt liquor down in Memphis, when he had a lawn service, we used to cut their grass to the Schlitz malt liquor brewery.
Was the brewery was in Memphis, right?
Yep, down on Range Road. Yep.
Yeah, okay. That was before Coors bought them?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, and then actually, it was Schlitz, then Stroh's.
Yeah, Stroh. Yeah, sure was.
Stroh's, yeah, Stroh's, yeah.
But he would drink that Schlitz malt liquor, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, he would just get, he didn't do it in moderation.
Right.
You know, he didn't just have a glass or two.
Yeah.
And then, you know, my daddy, and then, you know, my mother, because my mom and daddy, they was on and off. And my
Right.
daddy, you know, he would show up, man. You know,
Right.
because my mother used to take us to church all the time. We would go to church.
Yep.
And, you know, we was raised in church, man. And my daddy just show up at church, man, drunk. Woo. And then, you know, in the church that I grew up in, you know, people jumping up and down, they praising God, man.
Right.
Getting their praise on.
Uh-huh.
And here my daddy jumping up and down in the front of the church, and his liquor bottle fell out of his pocket.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Right on the front of the church, man, where everybody can see it.
Yeah.
And, you know, like I said, man, I got these stories, but I don't generally talk about it, but
Right, right.
I mean, just unbelievable, man.
Yep.
Can you imagine your daddy in church jumping up and down praising God?
Oh, man.
And the wine bottle, he had a little filth of vodka in his pocket.
Oh, yeah. And the spirit fell out.
And then what he would do, he would go back into the restroom,
Yeah.
and he would take a hit.
Take a little
Well,
bit.
he would call it a hit, you know.
Yeah.
He'd take the top, open it up,
Yeah.
and he would you know, get him a couple hits,
Yep.
and then he'll put the top back on it, and he'll put it back in his pocket, and he'll go back in church,
Oh, yeah.
and he'll start praising. Man, I mean, my daddy was embarrassing, Mike.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not living now, so
Yeah.
you guys, man, Chris had a rough childhood,
Yeah.
very rough childhood.
Yeah, but you got to move on, and you did, man. So you made a choice. We all got choices, brother.
I'm stuck in the past, Mike. I'm still stuck in 1875.
I know that's right.
No, I'm just kidding.
I know it.
But you know, so it's just things like that, man, that just influence my decisions,
Yep.
you know, early on in
Exactly.
life, man. So
Right.
I just said to each his own, man. Do what make you feel good.
Yeah. Well, see, if I'm going to be on the Goldwing, I know my cutoff is about, 20 beers. So.
20
No,
beers.
I'm kidding.
Oh man.
Man, my stepdaddy, though, we'd be out cutting grass out there. I'd be riding a Cub Cadet.
Uh-huh.
He'd be on the Yazoo tractor with a 12-pack of Miller ponies.
Wow.
Boy,
Getting full.
you get cooled down. He'd be like, now, don't tell your mother I've been drinking today. I've only had a few Miller ponies. They're just little bitty beers.
Watch this
And
truck.
I'm like, yeah, but you done had a 24-pack.
Watch.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Watch that truck, Mike.
And the truck's big.
Yeah, he big. And all he gonna do is head up and then jump over to the right lane. That's all he gonna
Yeah.
do.
I know.
Yeah, be careful. But
Let me get out of his blind
yeah,
spot.
get out his blind spot, Mike.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah. But, yeah, man. Yeah, hopefully you learn from your past.
And I got a brother, man. He in his earlier life, and he probably would never see the video, but he was a alcoholic, man.
Yeah,
And he was a security guard, right?
right.
So, you know, he's on post, guarding the post. Well, let me back the story up. Since he was an alcoholic and he know he's gonna be at work,
Yeah,
he would show up at work and put alcohol. Well, he'll take like beer or alcohol, whatever he's drinking,
Yeah.
and he'll put it in the back of the toilet.
Oh man.
You know how you take the lid off the back of the toilet?
Yeah, yeah.
And he would sit the.
Oh,
I'm really.
whoa.
I'm embarrassed to even tell this stupid story.
Man.
But he would take his wine or beer or whatever and sit it over in the toilet bowl.
Oh man.
You know the tank
Yeah.
the tank water.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's not contaminated because it's just tank water.
Right, right.
And he would take his alcohol, man, and sit it over in that cool water in the back.
Yeah.
And when he's on post, he'll go to the bathroom
Yeah.
and he'll, go in the stall and open the toilet lid up,
Oh man.
pull out his alcohol, take him a few hits,
Wow.
and then he'll put the bottle back in the toilet,
Yeah,
back
yeah.
in, close it back down and,
Right.
flush it to put some cold water back on it.
Oh,
To
man.
keep it nice and cold.
Ooh, that's a good idea. I never thought about that trick.
Don't do that, Mike.
Yeah.
And so he was on post, and the people was wondering, how is he getting drunk?
Yeah.
And he's not going anywhere. I mean, he's only going to the bathroom. So
Right.
how is it by the end of his shift he's stumbling?
Right, right.
So they finally, I guess, figured it out, man, that he was hiding alcohol in the bathroom, storing alcoholic beverages in the back of the toilet bowl.
Oh man. Man. That's crazy.
So the moral of the story is you should do things in moderation.
Oh man.
So after seeing that as a kid, man, I said, if this is what drinking does to you, count me out.